Halt. In order to access this video, you need code clearance Vermilion. Idents authorized. You may proceed.
Blast me to holy terror! It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team, Ashes of Faith by Games Workshop. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mad Merlins unboxing, and today I'm bringing you the brand new Kill Team expansion, Ashes of Faith. Yes, I was luckily able to get hold of a copy of this awesome box set after a rather unpleasant happening in which a group of people not only promoted the actively encouraged rather the act of snipe buying, but also made a little bit of money off it by having people sign up to their account. So yeah, there was a group I can't remember the name of who apparently got people to buy this up and then sell it on for a quick cash grab. That was absolutely disgusting, and I'll be talking more about that in my upcoming Merlin Mumbles. But for the moment, let's have a look through Kill Team Ashes of Faith. So I was lucky that my local hobby stockist got at least one copy in, and yeah, I'm really glad I picked it up. It's an awesome box. There's some awesome models in here, and as you can see, my Inquisitor is back out and ready to slay the heretics. But before we get into anything, don't forget to first like the video if you are enjoying the content, and if you are, don't forget to also subscribe to the channel, as it's the only way you can keep up to date with all my mad content. And also don't forget to check out all the links down in the description with links to my social media, where you'll be keep up to date with the progress on this set, as well as eventual progress on a playthrough series. And of course, don't forget there's also the Mad Merlins Patreon, where you can help support the channel from as little as £3 a month. If you'd like to help support the channel any other way, please do feel free by commenting or even sharing this video. So then, without further ado, I think we'll dive into this box. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so we can get everything in frame. So here we have Ashes of Faith, and yes, it's, despite a little bit of damage, it is the full box. So we have, of course, the brand new Inquisitorial Agents Kill Team, which I can definitely see myself picking up more, as I definitely want to get more of the Hexorcist, because he'll be a nice preacher for Battle Sisters if they keep them in the future codexes. The Pistolier looks awesome, and the Mystic will be quite nice. I've got a few old metal auto-savants, so I got a few extra models that can be used as wound markers. And the Gun Servitor is absolutely amazing. He makes all the other Gun Servitors look like midgets, pretty much. He's got nice up-to-date plasma cannon, which can also be a heavy bolter or multi-melter. Also on our side, we have 5 Tempestus Scions. Now, I already have 9 of these guys built up as Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. So this 5, I'm going to be building a couple of extra gunners, the Tempestor Prime and the Banner. I also already have a Medic, so I'll be able to expand my Inquisition force a little bit more. And we also get Sisters of Silence ×5. These, I'm going to be building one like that as the champion with this great sword, 2 with Flamer and 2 with bolt guns, just so I have a nice mix of units. Facing that, we do have the Forces of Chaos in the form of the Dark Commune, so the Cultist Command Squad, a bunch of Devotees in the form of 10 Chaos Cultists, 5 Mutants, and 3 Torments. And we of course have the playing boards, books, including the Kill Team book, campaign rules, decks of cards, a transfer sheet, and a sheet of reusable stickers for marking the board. So, let's bring my trusty little knife in, and let's dive in to this box, because I have been waiting a long time, as a lot of people been waiting a long time, for Inquisitorial Agent miniatures. Oh, excuse me. But if you remember, last year I picked up these Get Started Scion box for my birthday, and I've, as I mentioned, made them up as Inquisitorial Stormtroopers alongside my Inquisitor, which was a store anniversary model a year or two back. So yeah, he's definitely going to be seeing a lot more use. So I'll take a closer look at these, but in the box we have the Accursed Cultists set, so that's the 5 mutants and the 3 torments. We have our Inquisition Kill Team frame. This is lovely. Loads of optional extras. Really annoying that everything is dual purpose and I can't make the 2 guys I really want, which is the Mystic and the Hexorcist, because they both use the same body. But I'm going to see if I've got a few spare components left over and I can try and make up something that approximately fits the bill. We also have the Death World Veteran, the Penal Legionary, the Acolyte, which you must take, who can also be built up as the knife-wielding guy. I forget his name. We got the Book Servo Skull, the Gun Servitor, which, as I said, looks absolutely amazing, and the Auto Savant there. And finally, if I can see her on the frame, there she is. We got the Pistolier, or the Eviscerator wielding Acolyte there. So those are the new stuff. Continuing on with the old stuff, we got our Sisters of Silence frame. I've built quite a few of those in my days of the Horus Heresy. We have our Cultists. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Is it really 10 guys on this one frame? And believe me, apparently it is. Doesn't look like it. It looks like you can only get about 5 or 6 out of there, but there is loads of single piece bodies with optional heads and arms. So yeah, pretty cool either way. I've always loving Chaos Cultists. Another single frame, this time it's the Dark Commune, and these have been on my to get list for a while, since they came out with a new Chaos Codex, Chaos Space Marine Codex. They were going to be on my next stage for my Black Legion project, but as that's gotten a bit slow in progress, I'm glad I've picked these up now so I can get them out the way. And finally, we have the Tempest Scions. So you get 5 Scions with regular las rifles. Then, of course, you have options for a Sergeant with various different pistols. We got Plasma Gunner, Flame Melter, Hot Shot, Volley Gun. We have a Medic. We have the Tempestal Prime, which I'll be building one up as. We also have a Grenade Launcher. And a Vox speaker as well. So yeah, lots and lots of awesome components, and that beautifully molded Scion's banner, which in all my years of collecting them I've never done, so I'm definitely doing that this time around. As I've mentioned in my Lizardman video, and as I've seen several people mention, gone are the days of the awesome art print. Hello, big black square with Warhammer. As it's in a nice condition, it will actually come in use as a backdrop. There's no holes in it like there was on my one from the Lizardman box. We of course have our baggie of bases, 25s, 32s and 40s by the looks of things. We have a deck of cards. We have our rules plus our game cards, which detail the battlefield we're fighting over. So we don't have any boards or anything in this, like we have in the previous editions. There's no terrain or anything as well. Also in here we have our instructions and of course all our rules. We have our game boards here. So we got spaces for the decks up there and for markers being stuck on here. We have the Sisters of Silence transfer sheet, which is literally just those 4 transfers at the bottom. Everything else is Thousand Suns or Space Wolves. So good if you collect either of those 2 for Horus Heresy, but for me it's kind of redundant. And finally we have the tokens. So we got Inquisition tokens, Chaos tokens, and the areas we are fighting over there as well. So that's a nice reusable sheet of stickers. Pretty cool. Glad they've really done something like that, as I like running these sort of campaigns, and reusable stuff is always welcome. So that's it for the box. Let's get a close-up look on those frames, then we'll go through the books and hopefully figure out how to play this game. So here we go then, we'll start going through everything. We'll start with the Chaos stuff, then we'll slowly work through the Inquisition stuff, and I'll finish off, I think, on that brand new awesome looking frame, because yeah, I'm going to make you guys wait till the end. I'm evil. But let's get things started with the Dark Commune frame, and yeah, this is pretty much the same frame as you get in the Dark Commune box. So we get our 2 blades, blade wielders, we get our Demagogue, our Icon, and our Psyker as well, who's there, just literally attached to a pole. Really, really creepy, which is just why I like Kill Team and Chaos and the Inquisition, because 2 different types of creepy. And yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun painting these up. I'm going to try and go for just a simple basic sort of chaosy scheme, but something that will at least tie in to my Black Legion force. Then we have the other sides, so yeah, really cool. You got some nice alternate build options, I believe, for the center of the icon. Plenty of pistols to attach to models. Just loads and loads of really cool chaosy iconography and stuff. So definitely going to be fun to build and paint these guys. Moving on then, we have our Chaos Cultists. So again, this is the Chaos Cultist box. So it's just the individual frame. But we get every option that was in the box presented here. So we build 10 guys. They mostly have combat weapons and pistols. There is the option for the champion. There's a couple of head options, I think, for each model as well. So you can build each one to look a little different. So if you get 2 sets of these, you can have each one like with either a different head or a slightly different posed gun, which is pretty cool, I think. But they are pretty monoposed, but still full of awesome chaos iconography. We've got loads of spiky armor plates. We've got cult masks, improvised weapons, auto pistols. We've got a bolt pistol for the champion there. We even got one guy with a bionic arm, very crude looking one. And yeah, just awesome kit. Finishing off the trifecta of chaos kits, we have the Accursed Cultists. So we have 3 mutants, which is our, not mutants, torments, which are our very big guys. And then we have the mutants, which are Chaos Cultists, who have started at showing a expanded growth into demonic appendages, etc. So a little bit of fluff. lovely. But yeah, again, looks really good. Gonna be fun kit to build and paint. It's gonna be nice doing all the bruised and diseased flesh, because each one is nicely unique. We've got one that looks a bit more cornate, so very brutish and gonna have lots of melee arms. We've got one that's slightly Tzeentch or possibly Slaanesh with a wing. And then we have one with lots of tendrils and stuff and bloated beyond recognition. He looks very nurgly. So it's going to be a fun game system from what I've been reading, where we can take our regular cultists and then they can be blessed into the accursed cultists and eventually into the torments there. Right, moving on, we've got our Inquisition kill team stuff. So let's get the Sisters of Silence out the way, because these were hotly anticipated, but they weren't, I don't think, all that greatly received. They were kind of limited. You could build only the 5 models, and there wasn't really much easy way to magnetize. The joints are fairly thin. So you kind of had to lock them into one set equipment. I think I ended up with 10 with swords, 10 with flamers, and I think 5 or 10 with the bolt guns before I eventually got rid of my Horus Heresy, my old Horus Heresy army. One good thing is we do get a few extra heads, so we can easily make each one a little more unique. We've got a specific helmet or bare face mask there for the champion, and then we've got all the smaller helmets here for the other sisters. And like I said, I'm going to be building the champion in her cool pointing and holding her sword pose, 2 with flamers and 2 with bolt gunners, just so I got a nice mixture of weapon options there for the kit. But really, they are some great models, loads of intricate detail, and gonna have a lot of fun painting these up. But I'm going to be using them mainly for the actual box sets campaign and stuff. I won't be seeing much use outside of that. But, well, not likely. Let's just say, we'll never say never. Okay. Moving on, I think my favourite part in this box, next to the Inquisition Agents, it's the Tempestus Scions, and as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to be building these up with the Banner and the Tempestal Prime, as I've never actually built those two out of the 10 or 15 copies of this set I've had over the course of many years. So yeah, definitely going to be something nice to do for a change. But I'm going to be building a regular sergeant guy with a chainsword, maybe do an extra sergeant guy with a power fist. Like I said, I've already got a medic and a vox, so I'll probably build a plasma gunner and a volley gun. I've got 1 set of legs and a body left over, so I can easily make a 6th guy using leftovers from my previous kits. And that will make a really cool little Inquisition team that I can pick and choose my members from. But yeah, really cool. We've got lots of head options. Including the beret heads, which again I think really add something to the unit. We got enough las guns to make 5 guys of las guns, and each one is numbered. So 1, 5, 3, 2, and 4. But it's a really customizable kit. We have loads of extra weapon options. You got a Vox operator, plasma gunner, good selection of weapons for the sergeants, or well, the Tempestal Prime. We've got a power fist, chainsword, or power sword, plasma pistol, bolt pistol, and a hot shot las pistol. And yeah, you got plenty of other special weapons as well. Medic options if you haven't already, but as I have, I'll be building mine without the medic. But I am definitely doing, excuse me, that banner in a nice Inquisition colour scheme. And now the part you've all been waiting for, the Inquisitorial Agents kit. Ta-da! That wasn't a very good introduction. How about da-da-da-da? Yes, these are the Inquisitorial Agents, and they, in a word, are perfect. So where do we begin? Well, let's begin with the stuff you can't change. So you can only build the gun servitor and the autosavant one way. You do, of course, have the options for the different guns. And by the looks of things, it's going to be very similar to how the Cataphron servitors go together. So you might be able to leave it that you can slot the different guns in and out. And if not, you can still probably, by the looks of things, easily make it so that you can magnetize it, which would be quite handy. Yeah, we got some lovely printed scroll work there on the autosavant, who's typing away everything the Acolyte interrogator has noted on this expedition. He's got quills, extra scrolls, and plenty of options. You even have 2 head options for him. You only have the one for the servitor though, but he does look pretty cool there. I mean, he is a servitor, so he doesn't have to look anything absolutely special. Loads of fluff over these kits for some reason. Moving on then, we have the Penal Legionnaire or Death World Veteran, whichever one you want to build him up as. I don't really have a preference out of the 2. I do like this massive polearm for the Death World Veteran, but Chainsword and Hand Flamer is kind of screaming for a little bit of a more Inquisitorial team with a Penal Legionnaire. We also, of course, have the Acolyte and his alternate build, which is the... It doesn't actually say on the back, that's helpful. But he's got two really nasty knives, but I doubt I'm ever going to be building him. If anything, I might build a second Acolyte, have an Inquisitor with 2 Acolytes who are trying to be the best they can be. So you have the optional head option there for the knife guy. We got the Acolyte there with a eye patch. We got the Death World Veteran's head just there. And then we have, where's the Penal Legionaries? Ah, there he is under my finger. Just there. So yeah, really cool. And they're pretty flexible. They're ball and socket heads, so you can easily mix and match across various other kits that have similar assemblies. So yeah, we got the Pistolier or the Eviscerator wielding Acolyte member there. We have the Mystic or the Crazy Priest there with the shotgun, which I think is probably one of my favourite models. So he's got a holster with extra ammo in. He's even stupidly holding one in his mouth there. I think that's just really cool. And of course the Mystic, what Inquisitor doesn't have a additional Psyker? Well, Psyker Inquisitor, most likely. But yeah, loads and loads of build options in this kit, and well worth picking up 2, or at least an extra 1 when they come out of as individuals. Kill teams, which I reckon we should be seeing them in probably about another month or so. We'll see these guys out individually. It didn't take too long for some of the other kill team boxes to come out as individual kill teams. So yeah, we got still away yet. We have pre-orders, I think, next weekend for 10th edition, and it's a 2-week order window. My order's already in with my local stockist, so I'm happy. But yeah, loads and loads of detail. I could go on and on about this kit, but I won't. Let's get on and take a look at those books. Right, let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. So we've got our 6 scoreboard sort of things, which is one for each of the Inquisitorial Agents. We have a deck of cards, which are the sectors we are in. It details what it looks like. And on the other side, it's got the mission rules. So yeah, really cool. I'll just put those back off to the side. We of course have our deck of cards, which are for both sides of forces. We of course have the different units available to activate. We have ploys, controls, other different characters that we can take, which look cool. So hopefully we might be seeing some of these models in future releases. So yeah, really cool. Investigation rewards and more to do with the terrain rules there. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll find out more about what these do when we go through the campaign book, I'm sure. But at least you get them in a nice little sleeve, so they keep quite handy. So continuing with the boring stuff, we have our build guide. Not that boring, I suppose, because it is important. So, okay, we have 25, 29, 32, and 40 mil bases. Interesting. 28, not 29. Looks like 29 there. My eyes need glasses, which are not here at the moment. So yeah, we've got 2 28mm bases, 9 32mm bases, 3 40mm bases, and 26 25s. So we build our acolytes, and these guys all get the 25mm bases. So we can see how the interrogator or the enlightener, that's what his name is, go together. So yeah, definitely going to have the acolyte over the enlightener. I don't much like weird little poses like that. It doesn't look good. Bit too staticky. Kind of like this guy. He looks menacing at least. Then we have our auto-savant. Then our oath, our quest keeper, which again, I like this model, but it's a pity it is, you can only build one or the other. I would like to have built both of those. But she looks really cool. Giant eviscerator there. And we've got our pistolier, so a scope plasma and a silenced auto pistol. Then we're building our penal legion or agent or veteran world, death world veteran agent even. So yeah, they share again the same body but have different accent details. So we've got different torso fronts, different arms, and of course different heads and pouches. Then we have our gun servitor. So yeah, it looks like it'll be a pretty easy job to either leave these removable or even just magnetize them. Yeah, he does look really cool. It's nice that we finally have a decent servitor model. And he's on a 32mm base. And our final models are the Mystic and the Hexorcist. I just love that name, Hexorcist. I'm going to exercise your exorcisms. But yeah, pretty cool models. Again, I'd like to have built both of these, which is why I'm definitely picking up a second set of these once they become available separate. Who knows, I might even use his body to make up a second Mystic, perhaps. Moving on then, we have our Sisters of Silence build guide. So just choose which one you want to build, either gun, sword, or flamer, and follow the instructions. There is, of course, a specific one for a champion, which has, doesn't actually show it here, but she's holding her sword downwards. It's the one on the back of the box. We see here we've got 1 flamer, 2 bolt guns, and 2 swords. So yeah, you're free to pretty much build these however you want, and the transfers go on their heads. Finally then, for the Inquisitorial side of things, we've got the Tempesta Scion. So the only options we can build using the rules in the book is the medic, the com, the medic, the grenadier, or a regular trooper. But as I said, I've got more than enough already. So your gunner can have grenade launcher, melter gun, plasma gun, hotshot volley gun, or flamer. Then your medic has his medic pack and his medic pistol. And your regular trooper just has hotshot las gun. And of course you also have your speaker guy. Then we have our Chaos Cultists. So these are all on 32mm bases. So we got our Demagogue, our Blessed Blades, our Mind Witch, who is absolutely awesome and creepy. I love this guy. And then we got our Icon Arc as well. Then we got our regular Cultists. So these are all on 25mm bases. Not, like I said, there's not a lot of options, but there is a few. You can probably swap around arms if you're careful, make a few extra cuts. But really, they are built as they come, pretty much. Then we got our Chaos Mutants and our Chaos Torments as well. So I haven't seen which ones go on the 28mm bases yet. Or am I being blind? Probably being blind knowing my luck. It's probably some of the acolytes that I've skipped over. 25, 25, 32, 25, 25, 25. So why is there two 28mm? Unless it's meant to be the Blessed Blades that are meant to be on 28, but they've been wrongly put as 32s. Yeah, it says 32s there, but I reckon it might even be the 28s of those guys. Weird, yeah. It wouldn't be a Games Workshop product if it didn't have a printing error somewhere. But yeah, making sure you align the components correctly. Yeah, they really look really cool and brutal. So that's our instructions. Moving on then, we have our Kill Team book. So flicking through the back, we got our narrative card there and our data slates, as well as our rosters, so plenty to photocopy. Requisitions, equipment, strategic assets. You got your Chaos Cultists there. The kill team for them, their strategic ploys, mutation abilities, and tactical ops. Then we got our inquisitorial stuff, so requisitions, equipment, assets, battle honors, other equipment, and the members you can take. So yeah, Scion Medic, Scion Command, Comms, Scion Gunner, and a Scion Trooper. Sister Witch Seeker, Prosecutor, or Vigilator. And of course, all our Inquisitorial Agents. And yeah, they do look really cool. And the only one you have to take is these two. And you can mix and match your warband as you see fit. So you can also take from Exaction Squad for the RBTs. You can also take Kazakin, Veteran Guardsmen, or Navy Breachers, which is pretty cool. So there's a nice lot of options for this, and options are always good, especially in a game like Kill Team. Have the beautiful cover artwork, which I would have loved to have as a print in the box. We got names and demeanors for our operatives, Chaos Cultists. So we have our painted models. They do look awesome. So yeah, we got a rather Khorne looking guy, sort of Nurgle, sort of Khorne, and sort of Tzeentch, possibly even Slanesh looking. But yeah, I just love these Chaos models. They're really cool. Then we got, of course, our background information. Then we got names and demeanors for our Inquisitorial Agents. We got references for our ancillary support pictures. So we can take Axe Jack, Hatch Cutter, Endurant, Armsman, Grenadier, Kazakin Gunner with Grenade Launcher, Medic, Recon Trooper, Demo Trooper, Melter Gun Trooper, Veteran, Medic Veteran, Bruiser Veteran, Zealot Veteran, and Demolition Veteran. Arbites, Marksman, Vox Signifier, Subductor, Chirurgent, and Revelatum. And of course we know these up here. Then we have our Inquisitorial Agents. They do look awesome, especially in that sort of setting when they're in the midst of a chaos ruin, fighting to free the planet. Of course, there's no such thing as freedom from the Inquisition or the Taint of Chaos. But yeah, really looking forward to playing some games of these. And finally then, we've got our campaign rulebook. So this is the important bit. So we've got our introduction, our background sections, the overview. So we have the Inquisition deck consisting of 3 Inquisition scheme cards, 10 Inquisition conspirator cards, and 6 ruse cards. Chaos deck has the 3 Chaos Cult scheme cards, 10 Chaos Cult conspirator cards, and 6 Chaos Cult ruse cards. We have the 15 territory cards, 9 investigation reward cards, and 15 persuasion benefit cards. And then we've got our detail here. So place a marker that corresponds to the one of the territories being used in the center of here. Then when setting up for a campaign round, place a territory card that corresponds to the territory marker in this section so players can reference it and its rules. In the scheme stage, players bid their cards face down here, Inquisition player on the left, Chaos Cult player on the right. Each player's total points and territory are tracked here. Control points are tracked at 4, persuasion points at 5, and investigation points at 6. Inquisition player takes their points at the top of the section and Chaos at the bottom. So yeah, that's how the boards work. And of course we've got our reference markers there. So campaign round, battle start, drafting stage, scheming stage, dominant stage. Do that 6 times before we start a ritual mission. So yeah, scheme stage. This is definitely going to be interesting on how it's going to work. I got a feeling the models aren't going to take a big part in the campaign. I don't know whether you have to actually play games, and if you do, how you set up your boards and stuff. I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's that lovely artwork again. So setting up a campaign. So yeah, here we have our mission boards. So we've got Chaos Cult drop zone, Inquisition drop zones, objective markers spaced certain points. So I'm guessing terrain you can freely set up as you want. I'll most likely use the terrain I got from Imperium and Conquest, as it's the most terrain I have. And then we got, of course, the fate and the end results there, which is kind of spoilers. Again, more beautiful artwork of those painted models and a reference section on the back there. Whew, right then. That's the talking done. I'll bring everything in and we'll go through my final thoughts on this box as well as the prices for everything. So there we have it then. That is Ashes of Faith, the brand new expansion for Kill Team, and I believe it's going to be the last one for this edition of Kill Team, because I reckon once 10th edition hits they might be probably revamping it again, or who knows, they might even keep it running sort of like this, allowing you to freely play your games, run little campaigns based on certain war zones, bringing in new units every so often, which I do kind of like. I'm hoping that we get some more sets with scenery, more sets with awesome models such as the Inquisition Kill Team, because from what I have been theorizing for the 10th edition setting, after reading the Lion Arcs of Omen book, the Inquisition are ramping up to do something big. And when they ramp up to do something big, it's going to be game-changing big. So I reckon in 10th edition we're going to see a lot more. So this set's definitely going to be coming out. There's going to be new plastic Inquisitors, I reckon. Generic Inquisitors. So who knows, we might see the return of this guy. Carter Vanolis, I think his name was. I've also got Kira Draxus I need to build. I've got Greyfax, so I've got pretty much one Inquisitor for each of the Ordos. I just want to get hold of some Deathwatch veterans, and I got a nice mixture of the different factions within the Inquisition, I've got Grey Knights, I've got Battle Sisters, I just need some Deathwatch veterans for Auto Xenos. Really good box though, I think. Campaign looks fun and interesting. Can't wait to build, paint and play with this. Like I said at the start, I'm going to try and hopefully do a follow-on sort of video series where we follow the acolytes as they progress through the city and take down the Chaos Cult. So yeah, models wise, fantastic box. You got some awesome models. I've been wanting to pick these up for a while. They look awesome. Not too keen on the sisters, but the rest of it on the Inquisition side is absolutely perfect. Luckily, I've already got quite a bit of Tempesta Scions, so I'm more than well equipped for playing games with this lot. So we might as well speak about the price then. So if and only if you were able to pick this up before it sold out, which I was there when it happened. How many people can say that? I literally logged on to Games Workshop at about 10 to 10, saw it was there, decided to look at it, put it in my basket, quickly read through it, see just what the contents was again, refresh my memory, and by 5/2 it had gone. So if you have managed to pick this up from Games Workshop, it would have cost you £95. But we'll get into the breakdown, and trust me, this is well worth it. I managed to pick mine up though at Bridge Troll Hobbies down in Tivy. I paid £85.50 for it, which is 10% off, so that's pretty good value really, especially considering what you get inside. So, breaking the contents down, our Sisters of Silence are the most expensive kit. They are $35 for the 5. Our Scions, they are the cheapest kit at $27.50 for the 5. Our Dark Commune and the Mutants and Torments are both $32.50 each. And our Cultist squad is £30. Factoring in probably again another 30-ish for the Inquisition Agents team, you are looking at the best part of 150, close to £200 worth of models alone in this box. Plus, you got your books, your cards, your boards, your stickers. For $95, this is a fantastic box. Just do me one thing, do not, and I repeat, do not give scalpers the time of day and buy their £200 copy of this box, because it's not worth it. You're better off to just wait for that to come out separately, buy all this first, and then complete the set. And eventually the book will come out as well, as all books have done. Yeah, I'm going to go on about it. Several other people on YouTube have gone on about it. Do not ever resort to scalping and paying their prices. It is not a nice thing to do. It makes it harder for the genuine people like myself, like yourselves, who get into this hobby to enjoy things, not to make money out of it. Okay, yes, I do commission painting and I am making money on the side. It is not my primary use for this hobby. The primary use for this hobby for me is to paint the models, play the games. That is it. Pretty much non-profit. But there are sadly people out there who will rip you off just because you missed out on getting this the first time around. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about it, and that's what we've done. So, yes, a solid... You know what? My regular 5 out of 5 scale is not going to cut this. It's going to be a 10 out of 10. Yeah, so if you love the Inquisition, you love Chaos, get this set. It is amazing. That is, of course, provided you can still find this set. I was lucky. Several other people have also been lucky to get it for the retail price or less, thanks to local stockists. And yes, it is well worth the ticket of admission, because my Inquisitor is absolutely happy with his brand new assets. And I'm going to have fun taking down this Chaos Cult from the inside. But what are your thoughts about the box? Let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll have a good conversation down there about this lovely hobby of ours. All that's left for me to do is to say thank you all for watching. If you think I deserve it, please give this video a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel, as subscribing and commenting is a free way to help support the channel. If you'd like to support the channel further, there is of course my Patreon page where you can help out supporting the channel from as little as £3. So it's enough to get me some tea, some biscuits, help put some money in the electric meter, etc. But I have rambled on enough. I really do love this job too much. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.